What's up, guys? This is the Geeks of the Galaxy podcast. I'm here today, as always, with Oscar Rendon. How you doing, Oscar?
What's up? Not much. Doing this over Zoom.
Over Zoom, not in
Yep.
person. It's kind of sad. I like doing it in person. I like being
Yeah.
able to touch you whenever I want to.
You never touch me though. You
I
never
know,
touch me.
I need to start touching you a little more.
Just a little bit more.
So this week, well, actually, if this is your first time here listening to Geeks of the Galaxy or watching, if we're posting this on YouTube, I'm not even sure. We might.
We might.
Every single week, we react to the latest Marvel and DC news. And as of lately, we've been doing every single episode of Loki, which is what a large portion of this podcast is going to focus on today. And I'm very excited. You just want to jump right into it?
Yeah, let's just jump right in.
Okay, well, wait. Aside from Loki, we are going to talk a little bit about the Shazam stuff and the Michael Keaton stuff with playing Batman again. It's really exciting. But before that, let's talk Loki. What'd you think of this episode?
I loved it. I thought, I think I'm trying to think about it. This week felt like a filler episode, but it was also like an episode where we got to learn more about Lady Loki or Sylvie.
Yeah,
she is as she has named herself, I guess. I don't know if we're ever gonna get into that. I got a prediction about that though.
All right, well, just give it to us.
I think she's gonna die next episode.
Oh, geez, I can picture it.
Yeah,
I can picture that.
I think she dies next episode, and Loki has to carry out her plan. That's what I think.
What exactly is the rest of her plan after it got kind of messed up?
There wasn't really a plan.
I thought she did what she wanted. She messed up all the timelines.
Yeah, she did, but she wasn't really sure about what she wanted to do with the plan. I think Loki called her out. She's like, so you just create a multiverse of madness and then that's it? You're done? Like, and she really didn't have any answer to that.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, what'd you think about her character now that we've really gotten to know her? Do you like her?
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see the Loki-isms in her.
Now, honestly, I thought you were crazy when you said that Loki might fall in love with Loki, but it actually seems like it's possible now. Like they have a pretty good chemistry.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I didn't think I'd be right on that part, but I don't know.
Weird because like, are they related or?
Some people are saying they're having like a sibling dynamic a little bit.
I guess
it's a little bit of like a sibling dynamic.
I sense more of a romantic dynamic.
I don't know. Who knows? So I was reading, or actually I saw a video of like theories on this Loki, and she said that this has been years in the making, like her planning. And my question is has she been a variant since she was born? Because she says that she doesn't remember her mother, that it's more like a distant memory more than anything. So like, what is that thing? Like, was she a variant from the very beginning and born as a girl and can turn into a guy? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, how long has she been a variant?
I think everyone's technically a variant, aren't they? Because everyone except like a few characters in the MCU who only have one version.
Yeah.
Aren't a lot of characters variants, so everyone would technically be born a variant.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not asking about everybody. I'm just saying like for her specifically.
Okay, so with her, we got a little bit of background. She didn't know her mother much, but a big reveal that they did was that the people who work for the TVA, they were people who lived on Earth and stuff. Like, and then the TVA told them that like about this whole like religion thing that they believe in that's not even really real, probably. You know?
Yeah.
So that was like the big reveal this week. And it was kind of just like casually like talked about. Go ahead.
Didn't I say that like a couple of weeks ago? Like that was like a possibility that they're all just like they weren't created by the TVA or something, that like they might have just been plucked out of time as variants. Yeah,
that's what it seems like. It seems like the characters that Loki, like how Loki he like jumped out of his time zone or whatever, and that made him exist in two worlds at the same time. It seems like anyone who did that, they ended up like plucking them from their reality and just making them like, I guess, brainwashed and working for the TVA.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just straight up stole some people from Earth. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe that's how Agent Mobius doesn't remember himself making those like what's it called? Rings from his cup,
Yeah.
because there's other variants of him as her agents.
I thought that was
Kang?
just no, like I thought that he goes in there a lot, and that's what the rings from the cup meant. I didn't think it meant anything like there was multiple hymns, but maybe.
I don't know. I thought it was implying there was multiple hymns.
Oh, huh.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't take it that way, but I don't know. Um, but yeah, aside from that, this episode I didn't think was that great. I'll be honest.
Mm.
um, I felt like with the first two episodes, the pacing was a lot better. It was a lot more serious in tone. Like even though there were still jokes thrown in, this episode, first off, budget wise, I really see TV budget with this episode. I couldn't picture an MCU movie using the same green screens and CG and stuff that this episode used. I thought it actually looked a lot lower budget than an MCU movie.
What parts?
Like all the parts with all the explosions and like the spinning of the camera just looked a little wonky, and it just didn't look as high budget, in my opinion.
I don't know. I thought that was all great. Like I thought it seemed perfectly together. Like
I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been doing my MCU rewatch, and I literally stopped Civil War to start this. Like I was in the middle of it, and I stopped it at 2 a.m. and started watching Loki. And I saw like a dip in quality in terms of the camera.
I don't know. I feel like Civil War is where you start to notice like the heavy CG. Civil War is like the first movie where I'm like, wow, this is like super CG like effects heavy. For whatever reason, this episode I didn't feel that. Maybe that's the dip you're talking about. Maybe for you, your perception of it is like, because that's a movie, you're like, oh, I don't know what that could be. I'll have to watch it again.
I just thought a lot of the like the set designs, they all looked very CG and fake, and green screens galore is what it looked like. Maybe a lot of it was real. I just thought it just didn't look that great overall. And honestly, a lot of the character designs from the world that they went to, I thought looked a little corny. Like the sweatshirts that the security guards wear, I just thought that was a little. I don't know. Just I didn't think that like the designs of those characters looked that great.
Right. No, I mean I understand that. I mean I thought the blue sweatshirt security.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, but
it was a little weird. Yeah, on Loki. On everybody else, it kind of looked fine, but on him, it was like.
It's one of those things where I didn't really notice it until Loki put it on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my exact kind of thinking. Like I didn't notice it either until he wore it, and I was like, did he make it extra blue? Like what? Like why does it look weird on him?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might just be because the characters we saw with it were just like background people, and we weren't really thinking about it much. And then when he put it on, it's like, oh, that's noticeably kind of weird looking as like a security outfit. I doubt any other podcast talks about these outfits.
Probably. I don't know. I feel like everybody's, more concerned about the story.
I just thought they looked kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, I thought so too. I thought on Loki they looked funny, and also
then he ends up changing back to his TVA shirt for no reason.
Yeah, or I don't know why he never put down the visor on his helmet whenever he was walking her through security.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
I was like, don't you think they'd recognize that you're not one of their guys, like one of their security guys? I don't know. Like it was just like I would have put down the visor, just to make it a little easier on me. I don't know.
But aside from thinking that like. Okay, the part I'm specifically talking about where I think it looked lower budget was whenever the whole city was being like shot by all those asteroids or whatever, and they were like fighting and stuff. I didn't think that the choreography was that great. Whenever the camera was like panning around, I didn't think the camera work was that great, and I thought the set designs just looked really fake. But putting all that aside, I did still like really like that part of the show. Like it was still fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna play the show right on my 65-inch TV
and see what it looks like.
I'm gonna see what it looks like. You keep talking about what you didn't like.
No, I'm just talking about what I did like. Okay. Well, maybe I won't even talk about Loki. Maybe I'll just talk about Oscar. You know, I feel like over the past 2 years, or actually, it's been only a year since we started recording this. We've really started to become real friends ever since then, and I think that's really cool.
all I heard is we become real friends, and I think that's really cool.
Because when we started this show, we weren't like really friends, but I feel like now like we actually talk all the time, and like even when it's not about the show, and that's when you start to become real friends.
Yeah, I know we're real friends whenever you start complaining to me about dumb shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you'll fucking message me like at 1 a.m, be like, just finished Ant-Man, on to Civil War.
Yeah, I actually watched Deadpool. I threw Deadpool in the MCU rewatch because he's coming up in the MCU, and I assume it's Ryan Reynolds, so it's kind of canon now, even if none of it ends up connecting.
You think
that version of Deadpool is still technically going to be in the MCU? You know what I
mean? Yeah, I feel you on that. Maybe, who knows?
It's Ryan Reynolds,
no confirmation. Yeah, I guess so. I mean.
And Deadpool's like he can just say, "Oh yeah, none of that shit mattered in the last 2 movies." Like, but they still kind of connect, even if they don't.
Yeah, I feel like he could be a variant. A Deadpool variant.
Here we go. Could you imagine the hype level if we saw like freaking Deadpool in this series? Like even as just like a cameo.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude, Deadpool needs to be the Stan Lee of cameos. That would be so awesome.
So I'm watching them walk through this purple place when they're walking like on the dirt. I think that's the volume. They're in the volume.
The volume?
Yeah. What's that mean? That's the big round thing where they can kind of create any kind of world, and they just, put sand or rocks in there. That's how the Mandalorian shot.
Okay, so like when they use the Unreal Engine stuff that they use for video games for all the lighting and stuff.
Yeah, it's called the volume.
Yeah, I watch a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It probably is that. I guess it just didn't look as good as The Mandalorian, in my opinion.
Honestly, this looks like a set from The Mandalorian. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and it looks.
Now I need to watch it.
It looks like a set from The Mandalorian. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It kind of looks like Tatooine, maybe, if you just took out the purple hues.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it looks good. Like, it's not like obviously movie quality, but
that was their whole thing. When they pitched these Marvel Studios shows, they said you would not see a drop in quality.
I don't think there's a drop in quality, though. I think it looks great. It looks nice and crisp.
It depends on which aspect of what movie you're talking about. Like, it looks better than Black Panther's like CG fight at the end with the train.
It looks better than Civil War and parts of Infinity War.
Now, Civil War is strange because Spider-Man looks terrible, but in that first fight with Black Panther versus the Winter Soldier on top of the roof, you would not even be able to tell that Black Panther suit was CG. It looks so real. It's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I know we talk about this all the time with Spider-Man, but they should have just left his suit alone, kept it un-CGI'd.
I don't know why they did it. It just looks fake. Like, I don't understand. It's okay to have it. I honestly think they did it just to make it look different than Andrew Garfield's like physical suit,
Yeah. Like, and I know I've said this especially, but the only CGI they needed to really do is the eyes to do the like close and open thing. Other than that, there really is no reason to CGI that suit because the on-set photos of it look amazing. And then you see it in the movie, and I'm like, is this a video game? Like, what am I watching? Like,
that's funny because the video game probably looks better than the movie, like the one on PS4.
Well, it does because it fits the world,
Oh yeah, definitely. That's in that movie. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I gotta say, man. So I'm doing my rewatch
again. You're in the middle of it.
In the middle of my rewatch, I just watched Ant-Man. Okay, so I watched since our last episode. I watched Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, Deadpool, and Freaking Age of Ultron. That's what it's called.
All right.
Those are the ones I watched, and I gotta say they're all better than they used to be with all the added context of what happens and and where characters go and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
not Deadpool. It's not really connected, but it's still like still good.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it just depends. Like, if you haven't watched these shows, they're not as great. But once you watch these shows, they make it infinitely better.
Yeah, like it's really cool, like how I feel like I really got to know Sam over the course of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and now watching like Winter Soldier and Avengers 2, and he's even in Ant-Man. Like now seeing those, it's like I don't know. I have more respect for the character. I care about him more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw an interview with them, and he said that Steve was the Captain America that like kind of fought his way through a lot of stuff. Like he was like the fighter. And he said that Sam's Captain America is more of a counselor. Like he's more trying to counsel people down from, he's trying to avoid the fight rather than, plan for a fight. So like, and I think that's what I said last week. I'm not sure how we got on the topic of Falcon last week, but like I kind of said, like he's more of like the peacekeeping type. Like he's not going to be
Definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that also begs the question for Captain America 4. Like, what's that going to be about?
I'm excited for that, dude. Like I really hope the directors for both Cap movies and both Avengers movies come back. What's their names? The brothers.
Anthony, the Russo brothers.
Yeah, the Russos. I don't know how their name escaped me. I read it all the time, but yeah, I really wish they would come back for Cap 4. I feel like their movies are all like they have a nice mature tone to them, kind of remind me of the Netflix shows.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the writing's better in their movies.
The blue security suit. It's
You see it.
it's just a big sweater with another sweater underneath.
Yeah, it's really strange for security. I don't know.
I don't know. There's style over comfort. I don't know. Or comfort over style. I guess that's the one. But so you think that the show's quality of like video quality
this episode, this one,
do you
because
think...
I thought episodes 1 and 2, like the set design and the CG and stuff, I thought it looked great. It's just this episode where I didn't think it looked that great, but I need to rewatch it. Maybe I was just, I don't know. It was 2 a.m.
Do you think it's because it's outside? Like the environment is outdoors, so they have to do a lot more CG work?
Maybe.
Like where last week it was like inside a warehouse, inside the TVA, which is just an office, which is a lot easier to kind of get away with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just really wish that like with all these like movies and TV shows that end up doing like space where it's just like one big open planet and stuff, I wish they would like actually build a set that used space like rocks on the ground that actually looked real, because I don't know, like there's just such a difference between physical actual stuff in the real life and then just using CG for everything. Like I feel like you really lose quality when you go more CG route.
Well, they have to add physical rocks or stuff like that in the volume, because there's a
I know
at the bottom there's a seam you can see, so they have to cover it up with actual like kind of like prop rocks made out of styrofoam and stuff. So I think that's what they did. I think that's what they did here. But I feel like once we see the Marvels assembled of Loki, and we look at all that stuff, we're gonna be like, wow, they did an amazing job. You're gonna eat your words.
Maybe I just know that for a movie like the Eternals, that looked way different than most Marvel stuff. Like everything looked real in the trailer, like for the most part. Like she was really riding a horse in an actual big field. It wasn't just like a I don't know, like a big dome where they're gonna put in like all the environments,
Yeah. Well,
what's it called? What do you keep calling it?
What? The volume?
Yeah, the volume. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they filmed on practical sets and on location for Eternals.
And it looks like I think that's really gonna pay off.
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are you making that face?
I hear my dog barking outside.
You gotta go let him in.
No,
Okay.
nah, he's just being an asshole outside.
Uh, but yeah, I like this episode. I'd probably give it like a 6.5 to a 7. Whereas the first 2 episodes, I'd probably give like 9s or 10s.
I'd give it like an 8, just because it could have been a little bit longer, and it was really just more about building
their background. Yeah,
that background for Lady Loki and building that relationship and building up her character. And I stick to my prediction. She's gonna die, and Loki is gonna vow to carry out her plan to disassemble
the plan that we
TVA.
don't know. The plan, okay, to disassemble the TVA.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could definitely see that happening, and I do think that now that Loki knows that everyone who's working for the TVA are basically like mind wiped humans that once had lives.
They're variants.
That's going to change everything. Like he's going to actually probably try and save them.
I guess my question is, does that one chick, the judge, does she know that they're all
she's
variants?
Probably like the main bad guy, dude.
You think?
Because she's so it's so not like she doesn't look like she would be, but I bet she might be. And the timekeepers probably aren't even real.
Is it that Mandarin fake out?
Yep.
From Iron Man 3. It's like, oh yeah, there's no timekeepers. We just made it up.
Mm-hmm.
So then
she's gonna be the big bad.
But then who's controlling time? Who has that power then?
I think the TVA people are still doing all that. They're still trying to keep like the sacred timeline, but like they don't know that like the religion that they believe in and all that stuff is fake, and that the timekeepers are fake.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give that to you.
I hope that. I mean, I think that sounds cool, but I don't know. Maybe they'll just go completely different direction. I gotta say, I'm scared because like I predicted, I love the first 2 episodes, and this show's gonna go off the rails and end up disappointing. So I'm kind of scared that that's gonna happen, just how WandaVision did.
Yeah, I don't know. I think now that we know that all these TVA agents are variants, I think Loki survives this show. I think he's gonna find his way back into the movies. I don't know how. So. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know where. Maybe a Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe,
that would be great. That'd be awesome.
I'm trying to think, where would he fit now that we have a new MCU? Maybe Thor again. I have no idea.
Thor 5.
Love and Brothers.
Love and Brothers. Oh yeah, I was I don't think they did, but was this the first time in the MCU that they confirmed Loki was bisexual?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was confirmed.
But that's already kind of like a thing about Loki's character in the comics and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a big unexpected thing.
Yeah, no. Or it's even a thing in like Norse mythology that because he's a shapeshifter, he would impersonate men and women. Yeah, and sleep with men and women to kind of, play tricks on people.
Yeah, he's always like seducing people to get his way, and
yeah. So
he's a sly dog.
Yeah, so it's like if anybody on the internet is like, Loki's not bisexual, it's like they're not making him bisexual. He's bisexual in the mythology that is Norse mythology. So it's like you can't even say it's woke or anything.
And like from the comics, I'm pretty sure he has been, right?
Yeah, in the comics he has been too. So yeah, it's like
I was just a little surprised that they said it. Like they just outright said it because it's Disney, and Disney.
Yeah. Well, they have a couple shows on this where there's same sex relationships.
Yeah, I mean,
High School Musical. I feel like everybody on that show,
at
least half of those people have to be like gay, because like it's High School Musical. Like, what's the most progressive thing they could do? I feel like Glee opened up that idea, and then
is High School Musical like Glee?
Yeah, basically.
Or I haven't watched either one.
I think Glee is more like High School Musical, the original movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, they took inspiration from High School Musical, and then now High School Musical is taking inspiration from Glee.
Yeah, it's all a circle, man.
Yep,
it's all a circle.
Okay, but next up, how did the episode end again? Oh yeah, they never escaped. How are they about to die?
I don't think they'll die.
I think that the girl from the TVA is gonna show up with a portal and just suck them through right at the end.
Yeah. Which girl?
The main girl who talks to the timekeepers. I always forget her name. Slayer or something.
Renslayer?
Renslayer.
Ravona Renslayer? I think that's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll probably save him, but I don't know how she would know where they're at.
Variance energy? Oh no, they can't detect that because they're in an apocalypse.
Yeah, and all the timelines scattered from Lady Loki.
Yeah, so I don't know. How do they escape? I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Doctor Strange hops down and grabs him.
I would laugh my ass off if that happened, or if they're opening these portals and there's one to like the what's it called, the sanctum.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it was called.
The Doctor Strange house. We'll call it the house of horrors or the house of magic. I don't know. The magic house.
The magic house.
Doctor Strange's magic house. Yeah, they like there's like a portal there. You see his magic house.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
I mean, yo, what if we saw a version of Loki falling for 30 minutes in this show?
That'd be hilarious.
Like they open a portal and you just see him falling and falling, and
like wearing that same outfit that he was wearing in the movie.
Yeah, in Ragnarok.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Was that Ragnarok?
Yeah.
I thought that was Infinity War that he was falling.
No.
Oh, okay.
Dude, he dies like right at the beginning of Infinity
War.
I
forgot he dies. Never mind. Yeah.
Man.
I'm doing my rewatch. I'm gonna remember everything.
Bro, you just have to ask me and I'll remember everything for you.
Okay.
I'm a fucking encyclopedia.
Hey, when I asked you who said if they hit you back, hit harder. If they kill you, walk it off. And you didn't know. I was surprised you didn't know.
That sounded like a Mighty Ducks thing. like a sarcastic, pep talk or something.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I really like, this is random as hell, about what they do with Iron Man's character is compared to the second Iron Man movie where he is not about being controlled by anyone or the government taking control of his suits or anything. And then by the time we get to Civil War, his mind is like completely the opposite of that.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like the movies actually keep showing you why he would actually change over time.
Yeah. I like that too. I don't know. I like a lot about what they're doing with Loki as far as like character growth, like I never realized how big of a mama's boy he was.
Yeah, that was really cool, dude. How we got to see like hear him talk about his mom, because we didn't really get to see much. Like you always sensed it. Like I rewatched Thor 2 recently, and you could sense how much he loved her, but he never really talked to her in that movie much. And then he never really got to like react to her dying much. So we finally got to see that in this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the stuff to me that always gets to me is like the what could have been for Loki. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that stuff in this series. So it's like that's the stuff that I really came for, was like the like emotional stuff, the like will he see his brother again? Will there be like a scene in a Thor movie where he sees Loki again? And kind of like in Endgame, it's not his Loki and he gets kicked in the balls like what's his face got kicked in the balls by Gamora.
Yeah.
Star-Lord. There we go.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I completely forgot, like to us, like the audience, Loki is still alive and fine, but I forgot that like Thor in his next movie, he's going to be living in a life where his brother died. And I wonder if it's going to show how that affected him.
I feel like it has to,
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like that's going to be interesting, especially knowing that he didn't fully die, but he did for Thor,
Yeah. I mean,
he watched his brother get murdered.
Yeah. I think maybe this is again me doing my predictions super early, but because I think Loki started filming before Love and Thunder, I bet you, if anything, the ending, the was it the either the mid credit scene or the end credit scene is gonna be Thor getting like a message from Rocket or Star Lord or someone from the Guardians of the Galaxy after they leave, drop him off wherever he's doing on Earth with Natalie Portman and all that. But he's gonna get a message from one of those guys, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, so we picked up some energy, or we found this photo of your brother, and maybe that sets up Loki coming back in Thor 5."
Yeah. Okay. So Thor's in Guardians 3, right?
It has not been confirmed yet.
Oh, I thought it was. Are you sure?
Yeah. The only thing that has been confirmed is that the Guardians are kind of in Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
maybe Thor and Star-Lord have something in common where they're both looking for the different versions of the people that they loved who died.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, maybe in Thor, because it takes place before the next Guardians, Quill sends him a message like, "Hey, while we were looking for Gamora, we found evidence or traces of Loki or something, or is this your brother?" And they put like a photo, like an attachment, and it's kind of like at the end of Winter Soldier, when do we start? Let's go find Loki.
Yeah.
I think that might be it. Honestly believe that's gonna be it.
I really hope that Guardians 3's story is just mainly about looking for Gamora.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I think there'll be something to it. I don't know. Like,
she's like, I mean, the movie's already written and done. It's been done forever now. I wonder if they had to adjust anything because of how long it's been delayed.
Probably.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Because wasn't it supposed to come out in 2019? Like, that was the plan, or
I think it was early 2020.
Yeah. Before James Gunn was
fired and then rehired.
Yeah.
If they just wouldn't have done that, it was a completely thoughtless move of them to do that. And if they didn't, we would already have Guardians 3 by now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sucks.
And then maybe Thor would be in Guardians 3. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's the thing they had to write out, was like, oh, we gotta write out Thor because he
was obviously supposed to be with them because at the end of Endgame. Yeah. But maybe now, since it's been so long and Thor had another whole movie come out, maybe now he can't be in the movie.
Yeah. So that's probably it. Yeah. Well, for me, I like this episode. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'd probably give it a 7. I thought it was good.
Just a 7.
All right. Because, or maybe a 6.5 if I'm being honest. I just thought it was a little slow, and the stuff that we got, like, background wise, was really cool, but I kept wanting more,
Yeah. I get it. I'm not judging you.
Now here's the thing though. If the next episode ends up being amazing, it could kind of just like make up for this one for me, and then like rewatching this series could still be like an amazing time,
Yeah. I totally get it. I think from everything that I've heard, next episode, and this is coming from Tom Hiddleston, like episode 4 going into episode 5,
big one,
big shit's going down. So,
dude,
I'm keeping my prediction. Lady Loki dies. He carries out her plan. Probably tells Mobius he's a variant, which is gonna be interesting. Or I don't know how he's gonna prove it. He'll have to learn that one power that she has about going into people's minds.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how we found out how both of them learned their powers and stuff. And
yeah,
I don't know. It was just really cool imagining Loki with his mom. Like, even though we don't get to see it like visually, just him telling the story. Like, I pictured it in my mind,
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of hoping they'd show like a flashback or something.
Yeah, that would have been cool
to kind of show that connection, or I don't know. Or maybe even just like little flashes of his mom's face as he's talking about her,
Mm-hmm.
Something to that degree. But But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know where it goes from here. Like, I think my prediction is kind of on the money. I don't know. Do you have any predictions?
I don't think she's gonna die the next episode, like you do. But I do think that they are gonna carry out this plan together and take down the TVA. And by the end of it, everyone at the TVA will know that that it was all fake and that there's no timekeepers and that the girl ends up being the bad guy. And maybe, just maybe, she is another variant of Thor. I mean of Loki.
Oh man,
that'd be funny.
I was. I'm thinking the show ends with Mobius either riding that jet ski, or what's her face again? I keep forgetting her name. Renslayer. Ravona? Is it Ravona? Redona?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ravona, Redona,
They
whatever.
don't say people's names much in these shows, so it's hard to remember.
Yeah. But Renslayer, the judge. We'll just call her the judge. I think she's gonna be like you have to help me keep the multiverse in check, and he's like, and he'll probably have like a little one-liner like,
wow,
wow, wow. Wow. I know. He'll probably be like, he's like, maybe we don't have to keep it in check. Fades to black.
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness. You know, and we create bridges to other multiverses, to other universes. I don't know. We introduce Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
I think the show ends with the TVA exploding and it literally showing all the timelines like just going nuts, and that's going to be like the next. This is going to kind of like set up the whole next phase of the MCU.
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't know. Would they do that in a TV show? Or do you think the multiverse will really go mad at the end of like Doctor Strange or Spider-Man?
I think it goes mad on this show.
Okay.
I think Kevin Feige said that the consequences and the actions and the stakes of the shows are as big, if not bigger, than the movies, and they'll have an impact on the movies. So I think Multiverse of Madness starts with episode 5 or 6, which is kind of crazy that there's only 3 more episodes.
I know, it's crazy. And then we got Black Widow, and then how big's the next gap?
September is Shang-Chi.
Okay, just a movie.
Yeah, and I think August is a DC movie. So there's like a lot of stuff in between each other where we're not going to be like left with nothing. Yeah. So
hopefully some trailers for freaking Spider-Man or Thor, you know, like give me some trailers.
Yeah. I mean, July is coming up, man, and it'll be 5 months before the movie. So it's like they
have to give us a trailer in July, dude. They have to.
I'm thinking first week of July or last week of June. So next week or first week of July. That's what I'm thinking.
I just remember thinking back when they revealed the name with that little tease that like it meant, oh, that means next week they're probably going to give us a trailer. It's been like so long since then.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Dude, they know how to fucking troll us, man.
I'm very anxious to see what that movie is.
I hate that they control us like that. I don't know. But okay, so is that it for Loki talk?
I think that's it. Yeah. So let's jump on into Batman in the Flash. Michael Keaton, the Vulture, looks awesome.
I mean, we still haven't seen a lot of him. It's just that one photo of him with a wig, with the classic Michael Keaton 1980s hair.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
is it a wig? I just thought they did his hair like that.
Yeah, it's a wig.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
It's a wig.
I really love that DC, they're doing multiverse right. They're giving the people what they want. No one thought that Michael Keaton's Batman was ever going to come back. And here he is, the same exact Batman, not a similar version of the same character, It's that Batman from that universe in the Flash. That's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that is dope. I think man, I don't even know what the movie's about. Like, I don't know who the villain is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I mean, we know Supergirl's in it,
you know,
and Batman,
Supergirl's in it, Batman, both
and
of
apparently
them.
Ben Affleck's Batman. Yeah,
Yeah. So at this point, like, is Reverse Flash the villain? Like, have they announced a Reverse Flash?
I hope not. I feel like he's always the villain.
Well, that's his job, bro. I think in the comics and in the movie, the animated movie, he killed his mother.
We did see the Flash in that suit that looked way too big for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's
I want to see him in the actual suit, like the Flash suit.
Oh yeah,
I want to know how that looks like.
yeah. I wonder if it'll be a lot different.
Well, from what I heard, it's gonna be almost skin tight, not too skin tight, but it's gonna have like,
I like the armor suit more.
yeah, it's all right.
Than like than the TV version that looks like he bought it from Walmart.
Uh, no, man, the TV version is like the most comic book accurate, and it's like it's not even rubber, and I think it's like I forgot what kind of, it's like rubber and I don't know, like they changed it up this season. Like it's got a chin strap again so that it looks nice and primo. But I don't know. Maybe that's how he got an inspiration for his new suit.
That'd be cool if they mentioned him meeting him, you know.
I've heard rumors that Grant Gustin is going to be in the Flash movie, like as
that would be insane.
As a cameo.
That would be insane.
If he is, DC is doing multiverse.
They're doing it right.
They're doing it right. They've been doing it longer. So
the thing is Marvel Studios just, they don't want to do it. Like, they don't want to connect anything that they had no part of. Whereas DC, it's like, oh, it was once a part of our history. We might as well just connect it. Like, people liked it, so why not?
Yeah.
Marvel Studios, they'll bring in the same actor that played Quicksilver and then ended up saying that his name's Ralph Boner and have no connection with the Fox X-Men movies at all. Yeah. What a terrible idea.
I feel like that is your argument for everything.
Dude, I just still can't believe it's a thing. Every single week I'm gonna bring it up because it's such a terrible idea. I can't believe they did it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because of that, it's really why I have no expectation to see Tobey Maguire or to see Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Like, they had their opportunity right there, and they just made a joke out of it. So I have no faith in them when it comes to like the multiverse stuff, which is really strange that they're really jumping into the multiverse stuff like hardcore. So I don't understand, like, if you're not going to do anything fun, then why do it at all? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you, man. I feel your passion.
And I really think they're going to do it. They're going to do the multiverse thing and not do anything fun. Like, I really think they might do it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's Marvel. So, like, on one hand, you know, they like to play the long game with a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And it turns out great. But at the same time, you pointed it out, the Ralph Boner. The Ralph Boners of the world.
They had their opportunity right there, and they just flubbed it.
Yeah, Ralph Boner. I feel like they did that with someone else.
They did it kind of in Spider-Man, where they said there was a multiverse, and then it ended up being fake.
Yeah.
But now with Loki, obviously they confirmed it's all real.
It's real,
unless it all ends up being fake.
Yeah.
And the TVA doesn't actually do anything.
I'd be so pissed. I'd be so disappointed because then it's like I wasted so many hours of my life, dude, watching these shows, talking about these shows, only for them to let me down. Like,
dude, I just thought of this though. What if, okay, so what I just said might not be that crazy. What if the Timekeepers or even Renslayer, what if they're just saying this is splintering off from the sacred timeline, but there's not actually a sacred timeline, and she's just like doing it all to get exactly what she wants to happen, like in the universe, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's all leading to something like that's in her favor or in their favor, like whoever is in control of it all. So what if they're they're not actually controlling timelines and they're actually just doing exactly what she wants them to do? Like, this still might not be a multiverse in the end.
Well, fuck me. You're ruining the show, Brett.
I mean, but they are jumping to different timelines and stuff, so I don't know.
They're jumping to the future, the past. Yeah,
I'm just saying that, like, maybe that their sacred timeline thing isn't actually a thing.
Maybe, yeah. I think.
But I guess that still doesn't destroy the fact that they have fully established that there's different timelines and different stuff that they're jumping to. So just disregard everything I just said.
I don't know. I just I don't want to be disappointed with the way I was kind of let down with WandaVision, or how the writing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier was like not the greatest when it came to like,
it was like Iron Fist bad sometimes.
Like it was, yeah, like it was just not
one.
It was just not the greatest when it came to the villains, you know? Like it just, I don't know. What is it with Marvel that they can't get villain stuff right?
I don't know. They've only done it like a few times that like really good, in my opinion.
They've done 26 now projects like that we've seen. 27 if you count Black Widow, that should have came out last year. And I've heard, I don't want to ruin this. I can't ruin it because I haven't seen it or really heard anything. But what I have heard from people who have seen Black Widow is that Taskmaster kind of a letdown in Black Widow. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure. Like, take it with a grain of salt. Maybe you or me will like it better than maybe they did. But they said that all the stuff they do in Black Widow, there's no need for a Black Widow movie. They're like, they don't.
Like, in the end, none of it really matters.
Yeah, that basically what they said is really there was no need for this movie other than to just give her a movie to say you did. Yeah. So,
I mean, I was sort of going into it with that mindset anyway, since it's a prequel. But at the same time, prequels can be really awesome. But this doesn't seem like it's going to really affect the overall story of the MCU, like where it's heading or anything.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just, I don't know. Like, if that's true, I don't know. I don't know if I can be excited. I don't want to get excited. I'm holding my breath, hoping that they deliver. And I don't know. Like, I don't want to be let down again.
Yeah, me either. I don't want to be let down with Loki or Black Widow.
I think Loki, they can't let us down. It's Loki. He's never let us down.
I don't know, man.
He's never let us down. But everything else, they just, I don't know. They can't. It hasn't been a home run, you know. Like, I get, like, if the way they're counting success is by the number of views it gets, awesome.
That's what I think that's all they care about, I think. So
yeah. But
I don't think they care that these shows aren't nearly as good as like the Netflix Marvel shows. I think they just look at numbers and they're like, we're doing it right.
Yeah. I think that's what they think too. And I think Kevin Feige, I think he has some kind of blinders on as far as like that goes, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. So restore the Netflix shows.
Please.
# restore the Netflix shows.
Dude, I honestly thought that when the Netflix shows got canceled, I actually had hope, like probably for a year, that they're not just gonna get rid of these shows. They were all amazing. They're just gonna move them over to Hulu because Disney owns like the majority of that. But
yeah,
no, they really they're waiting for people to completely forget about them so they can reboot the characters probably.
Yeah, I mean that's their plan basically. So I don't know. I'm disappointed for sure. Like
yeah, dude, like especially because they were announced as extensions of the MCU. Like it was supposed to be connected, just like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then now it's just like, oh well, let's just forget about all those. We're not doing those because now we're doing our own TV thing and we want to have everything to ourselves because we're Marvel Studios.
Yeah. Even though Sif has appeared in those movies or in that show.
And Sam. Samuel Jackson, but I was talking about Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, he's appeared in that. Colby Smulders as Maria Hill appeared in that show. You know,
I
So
think
it's
someone
like
else too.
the the Howling Commandos from Captain America.
Yeah,
I think
and
it was
there's
either a flashback or something. I have no idea. Or they were brought back from time to help them out. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I'll have to rewatch it again.
yeah, but I do think there was one more. Oh yeah, well, I mean, this is kind of a connection, but what's his face was in Endgame from from Agent Carter.
From Agent Carter, yeah.
That's like the biggest deal. Yeah,
Jarvis,
Jarvis.
the actual Jarvis, yeah.
That was
So
a nice callback right there, but I think
I'm
that's all it was.
I'm literally like, what the fuck? Like, justice for Deke, man.
Deke is never coming back, dude.
That was the best character at the very end. I stopped caring about Quake. I stopped caring about Fitz and Simmons. I stopped caring about fake Coulson. Deke was the guy. He was the one having fun. Like at that point, I'm like, I want to be Deke. Like, get the fuck out of here, Quake.
Dude, like when I think about the last season of Agents of Shield, the more I think about it, the more silly it is. Like
Yeah.
they went back in time and it got what's his face from Agent Carter. Like they didn't need to do all that. Like he didn't Quake didn't need to end up with the guy from Agent Carter. Yes, it's a cool crossover, but it's just kind of useless. And
Are you just mad? Are you mad and jealous because it's Quake?
No, I was honestly hoping Quake would end up with your dude.
Deke?
Yeah.
That's what I was wanting. I was like, Deke. Like there were moments where he would have these like small moments with her where I'm like, oh yeah,
it means something. It's like slowly meaning something.
Yes. And at the very end, even when he gave up his life or his future for her, he literally said, like, look, like I forgot what he said, Jesus Christ. But it was like this very it was a very emotional thing of like all he wanted was for her to be happy. So if he had to be the one to stay back and sacrifice his like future, he would do it. And I'm like, that's the guy you want to end up with.
Not some random dude from 1952 or whatever.
Yeah, that's some rando guy that used to bang Agent Carter. Like
he didn't bang her, did he? I thought they were just friends.
I think they dated.
Oh.
I haven't seen season 2. I do know that he was dating someone in season 2 and she was sort of jealous. That's all I remember.
Well, they definitely had like a romantic connection. I don't think they ever did anything about it because they knew that Carter she had to keep loving Cap in the end. Even though she did technically marry someone else, and in like the actual continuity, she said that Captain America saved her husband from Hydra.
Maybe or maybe
no, like that's what she said. It's not maybe. Like
it's maybe. I don't know. Like
what?
We don't know. We don't know if that was Cap.
What are you talking about?
We don't know if him going back in time was supposed to happen. Remember?
Oh, you're saying that she was talking about Cap? No, because that's a whole different timeline. They said.
No. Look, here's how I know that's not a different timeline. Because if
they
that was
said it was.
No. If that was a different timeline, they would have had to prune any of the changes that happen in that new timeline that Cap creates.
Then where is Cap during everything?
He had to stay low. He had to be like he knew.
So when young Cap is going to visit Agent Carter after he leaves, old Cap is coming in and talking to her.
What?
Young Cap constantly visits Agent Carter.
Young Cap.
Yeah, like Captain America. He goes to the hospital and visits old Agent Carter all the time.
Oh, yeah. What about that?
And then she dies in Civil War, and then he goes to her funeral, remember?
Yeah.
So you're saying that old man Cap was around the whole time just hiding from young Cap?
Yeah.
No, dude, you're nuts.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
You know how I know? They have that technology where you can put that thing on your face and it changes your face.
But dude,
so all he had to do,
Captain America saved her husband, who how he was still changing her life even whenever he was gone. She wouldn't have said that if she was talking about him.
She was talking about him.
It's a totally splintered off timeline, dude.
No, because that splintered timeline can't exist.
It did though.
It can't exist.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think Captain America, old man Cap, just was hanging out the entire time.
If the logic of this show and the sacred timeline and them pruning these,
they're going against it. They're going against the sacred timeline logic with that storyline. And I think it's because Captain America went back in time and stayed with her and just laid low the entire time and never changed the course of time.
Exactly. So he's in that sacred timeline.
No, because it's a different timeline.
It's not a different timeline. Now that this show exists and they've explained it,
there's already continuity errors. This is just another one.
He is in the sacred timeline. Otherwise, the old man Cap can't exist, because they would have pruned his ass immediately, because it would have caused a long ass branch. It's the truth. Plus they have the technology to change.
It doesn't make sense because time would just constantly repeat itself. Cap would constantly be looping it, going back in time and then living to old, going back in time, living to old.
Yeah, because that's how it's supposed to happen in the sacred timeline. That's always meant to happen.
I don't know, dude. But either way, one thing I actually didn't notice was Agent Carter is in so many of the MCU movies after she's gone. Like, she's in Ant-Man, she's in Endgame, she's in another one that I'm forgetting.
Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War. She's in Winter Soldier. She's in a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool, considering that her TV show had already come and gotten canceled, and then she was still continued to show up in the movies.
Rewatch Civil War, and look at the photos.
I'm in the middle of Civil War right now.
Look at the photos whenever they're talking about her husband. You never see his face.
And then at the funeral, you see the old man carrying the casket.
Back of the head. Face changing technology from Winter Soldier whenever Natasha changes her face.
It would be cool if they ever actually touched on this, but it's just going to be people like arguing about it the whole time.
Like me and you right now?
Yeah, like we're never going to know the truth.
This is the truth.
No.
I know the truth. I fucking know the truth. That is the truth. I have just solved the 2-year long.
No, I've seen all these freaking theories.
I've solved it, bro. I've solved it.
Everything you said, I have seen on the internet a dozen times.
But I've done it better. You heard it here first on Geeks of the Galaxy.
No, they didn't.
We figured out how Old Man Steve exists. We figured it out
first. Check.
You heard it here
after Endgame came out.
We heard it here first. Only on the Geeks of the Galaxy.
When did Endgame come out? Was it 1 year ago or 2 years ago?
2019. Yep.
Oh my god, dude.
Greatest movie experience of my life.
Probably mine too. It was freaking amazing.
There will never be anything like it ever again.
I mean, if they build up for the next 10 years, maybe we'll get something similar.
I don't know. I think that's a once in a lifetime thing. Probably. That like we're gonna be talking to our children about that experience, and like, or at least my children one day, about sitting in that theater, and when Sam's like on your left, the roaring applause, the cheers,
so good, dude.
Captain America wielding Mjolnir, like,
oh my god, him saying Avengers assemble.
It's gonna be it's gonna be, I don't know. I hope it makes it into
movie. What a movie.
It's an emotional one. I just, that's it. I don't think it'll ever be topped.
No.
Fuck Titanic, fuck Avatar, Avengers Endgame. That's the movie experience.
I've still only watched Endgame in the theaters once, and then once a year after that, and now it's been another year, so I'm excited to watch it again in my MCU rewatch. Do we have any other topics? Oh, what?
I was gonna say, a funny thing is, I feel like since we started this podcast 2 years ago,
because I did a full rewatch.
I feel like you've been in the middle of a rewatch every time.
I pretty much have. Well, like, there was a gap, but it takes a long time to get through them sometimes, because you can't watch them all in like 1 week. I guess some people can, but I can't. So I usually watch like once a week. And when there's 26 movies or something, that takes a long time to get through.
That's a day, bro.
What?
That's a day.
That's not a day. I can't watch all of them in a row, unless like it's a special occasion.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, but What else? What else? Suicide Squad, the newest trailer.
The PG-13 trailer. I thought
Is it rated R?
Yeah, the movie's rated R, but the trailer was PG-13.
Okay. Okay.
And I actually thought it was funnier because they had to be smarter with the jokes. It wasn't just fuckity fuck the whole time, you know?
Yeah, but it's basically the same movie.
Yeah, that is strange. That
Like,
is kind of strange. Like, it
I-
looks good.
I'm not calling Warner Brothers racist or anything like this, but it's odd that the one black character, the way they get to him to join the team is by what's it called? Is either by threatening his daughter or threatening to take away his daughter or something. Will Smith with his daughter in the first one, and now Idris Elba in this one.
Well, the thing is, this was supposed to be
Will Smith,
the same character as the last movie, but they had to bring in a new character and then use the same storyline. So I guess that's why it's like that in both movies. I mean, either way, it would have been like that in both movies, but at least it would have been the same black guy as the first movie, not another black guy with the same problem.
Yeah, but I just think they could have just changed something. I don't know. Like I feel like they're reusing a lot of the same story beats.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious to see just how different this movie is. Because we already saw the scene where it's like, you do this, you die. You do this, you die. That's literally from the script of the first movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It'd be funny if like every 5 years, Suicide Squad, the same Suicide Squad movie came out, but with just Harley Quinn as the same actress, and then they recast everyone else with the same plot every single time.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this movie. Like, I liked the trailer and it looked fun, but at the end of the day, even if it's fun, even if it's a good movie, if it's the same movie, I'm gonna be like, "Where's the what was the thing you're bringing to it?" Like, if all you're doing
this one doesn't have Joker, so
yeah, it doesn't have Joker. It's missing Joker, and it's punching up the jokes.
Yeah, you know? and the rated R-ness.
Yeah, and John Cena's affinity for dicks and assholes.
I liked the joke with John Cena about the starfish butthole thing.
Butthole.
I thought both of his jokes in the trailers hit. Honestly, like he seems like he's gonna be funny in the movies.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like it feels like the same movie.
And yeah, it's very strange how they're basically just they're doing the same movie again with a different director and a different style. Different type of villain. But other than that, it's the same plot. Who is the main villain? Amanda Waller, but she's kind of like who they're working for. So who's the other main villain?
Starro?
Is that the giant starfish?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Project Starfish.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this movie. I think it looks fun though.
It looks fun. I'm not saying it doesn't look fun. I just think,
Is it coming to HBO, the app?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it'll be on HBO and in theaters. Question is, are we going to be going to theaters to see Black Widow?
I don't know. It'll probably just depend on Amanda's work schedule. Because I'm going to want to watch it as soon as possible. And if I have to wait like a full day, I'm just going to rent it.
Okay.
But if Amanda's off, then maybe we can just go see it. Like me, you, and maybe her. Maybe she won't even want to go. She's strange.
Yeah.
So maybe just me and you, and then she watches the kids, and then we can go see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's on a weekend, so that could probably work.
Oh yeah, she is starting a new job soon. They just called her earlier today and said that they want to hire her. So her schedule is going to be a little different.
Is it a better job?
Yeah, it's better. I don't know if it pays more, but she's going to be happier. So that's all that matters.
Okay.
Because her current job is absolutely terrible because of all this COVID stuff. And she just is on her feet running around literally all day and then being treated like shit by all the people who come in.
Yeah. Yeah. Medical workers.
Medical field. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't get the thanks that they deserve.
Nope.
But yeah. What else? Shazam, the new costumes. I dug it. It looks better. They changed the what was it? Super Mary. I think that's the sister's name. Like
Yeah,
the
hang on
older
a sec.
sister.
Talk while I leave.
Okay. Talk about it. Yeah, they changed her with the actual sister from the first movie. So I'm guessing, I don't know how that works, but I guess since she's an adult, she can't really transform into a more adult version of herself. So yeah, I guess that's a thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm excited for Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. I'm excited to see what Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu do as villains. And I hope it teases Black Adam and The Rock, and hopefully he shows up, and hopefully there's like a cameo of The Rock in Shazam 2.
Oh yeah, I could picture that.
Okay, so yeah, so they cut her. So yeah, she is not in the second movie.
I feel bad for the actress.
I do too, but at the same time, technically, if that sister is an adult in the movie,
they don't change anymore.
Yeah, why would you need to transform into an even more adult? Like, it makes no sense. So
I always looked at it as they're not really transforming into adults, they're transforming like to specifically those characters, like that Shazam or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I didn't think it like if you grew up, then you wouldn't transform into them anymore. I thought you would always just transform into how they looked.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's how they look I guess that's how they're supposed to look when they grow up. So,
is that what it is?
Yeah, because if you notice,
didn't know that about Shazam lore.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to look when you grow up. Yeah.
Then why did they freaking have her as that girl from the last movie? Whenever it,
I have no idea.
They should have just used her then and just made her look a little older.
Because she was 18, I think, in the movie. So technically,
that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they flubbed a little bit there. They messed up on the lore there. But I like the suits. They look a lot better. They look a lot more DCEU. Not very. It doesn't have that weird puffy thing.
Yeah, your camera got unplugged.
Oh no.
I can still hear you though.
Give me 1 second.
How long have we been going? We could shut out the show.
We've been going for about a minute or about an hour.
A minute? I was like, what?
Just over an hour.
You just want me to close it out?
Here. Let me get back in. All right.
There you are.
Technical difficulties.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's close it out.
All right. Yeah. I guess this has been Geeks of the Galaxy episode 40. Finally made it to the big 4-0. For episode 50, we should probably do something special, right? Like,
I don't know. What can we do that's special?
I don't know. We'll be shirtless that episode.
Shirtless.
But they get your webcam unplugged again.
Oh Jesus.
What is going on? If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes. It would really mean a lot. If you want to hang out with us some more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. Aside from that, Oscar, any closing words?
I hope that this thing doesn't turn off on me again. So all I gotta say is tune in for episode 41 when we figure out what the fuck is going on with Loki.
Yep. Loki episode 4, right? Yeah.
Episode 4. The Revenge.
Is that what it's called?
No, I don't know. I'm assuming.
The Revenge. You said it so confidently. All right, it unplugged again, so I'm still closing now.
All right, man.
Thanks a lot for watching or listening. We'll talk to you guys later. See you.